Dan Greenfield is a master pork producer from north central Iowa.
Our farming operation today, on the pig side, we have 3,000 head feed the finish site, contract feed for Hanor. On the crop side, we have about 800 acres in the family farm.
Since 2008, Dan has been working for Hanor. In 2020, he and his wife Jessica purchased their own barn. However, pigs are not a new thing to Dan.
My dad had sows back when everybody had sows, and he jokes that when my mom would be at work during the day, he would take me in the car seat, put me on the farrowing crate, and throw a blanket over the top of me to keep the flies off. So, in a way, I was raised in a hog barn and never got away from it.
Dan wasn't sure he would come back and be part of the family farm when he went off to college, but that changed when his grandfather passed away unexpectedly, leaving a gap on the farm that Dan had to help fill.
Something changed in me that fall working on the farm with my dad, and I realized this is where I want to be. This is the future I want. I want to be on the family farm, and this is the future I want to have.
Today, Dan oversees 250,000 spaces for Hanor, though he started working as an independent contractor. Over the years, he moved to being a production supervisor and then a production manager.
My boss, Chuck Groom at the time, called me up and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm at a site getting feeder pigs in." He said, "All right, I'll meet you there." And he came out and said, "This is what we're doing, this is the position that we're creating, and you're gonna take it." I said, "Well, I don't know if I want it." He says, "You want it."
While Dan works on the farm with his dad and uncle, he and Jessica also have a young family of their own.
We have 2 boys. Wyatt is 9, and Waylon is 6, almost 7. Both all boys, lots of football, lots of basketball, lots of hunting, lots of farming.
When he isn't farming, Dan finds himself on a different field, coaching.
I coach both of my sons' flag football teams, usually 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, and for a couple hours each time. And it's fun, it's exhausting, it's very challenging, but it's also very rewarding at the end of the day.
While Dan is busy raising pigs and coaching, Jessica is the owner of Kamrar's famous Pickles Pub. They had a chance to purchase the restaurant in 2020.
Her dream has always been to own her own restaurant, and I think the previous owner kind of knew that. It's been a success since we took over. We're glad we have it.
Through Pickles, the couple has been able to support local county fair projects, Little League teams, and serve as a highlight for the Kamrar community. Whether it be owning a restaurant, coaching football, managing pig spaces, or owning his own site, Dan has appreciated the opportunities the pork industry has presented him.
I've spent my life raising pigs up to this point, mainly for the opportunities that it's presented and for the people that I've met, on the way. For me, that's been the big thing, is it's presented me an opportunity to be in an area where I want to be, and then an opportunity to grow through that job in this industry.